Welcome, everyone, and please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Oh, I stay, right? Thank you. Stay standing. Do I do that? Please stay standing for the Star-Spangled Banner. Sorry. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? You go. Good morning, and congratulations to all graduates. Guys, I felt the need to tell you some information that I heard earlier this morning. There's a 20-minute delay due to bumper-to-bumper traffic on Route 78 eastbound because of a serious accident. Route 287 is also backed up, and there will be a 30-minute delay in both directions. The parkway is overcrowded, and now traffic is at a dead stop. There are weather delays, ironically, at Newark Airport, and flights are not taking off right now. Bottom line, going anywhere quickly later along major roads will be very difficult. But seriously, all that information might help a handful of you get somewhere later. But honestly, probably not. However, now that I have all of your attention, I have important information that might actually help some of you. Now that it is finally time to graduate, we are all starting out on our own individual paths. However, we should never forget our roots like our friends, families, and Watchung Hills. Many believe that high school is only about academics. However, I believe the point is to make memories that stay with you for the rest of your life. For instance, many of you know that I'm a golfer, and I have countless memories with one of my best friends and playing partner, Dante Gambino. Our first par fives reached in 2, our first eagles, and many terrific shots, most of which were accomplished first by him, which is no surprise with his swing. One of my favorite memories was at our state tournament when I saw him literally walk into the bank of a pond to try to play his ball. He did not know I was watching him from the group behind. It was a sight to see, let me tell you. He literally took his shoes and socks off and rolled up his pants and walked in the mud bank. But then, after thinking, he chose smartly not to play his ball. I can still see him standing there contemplating. That memory will stay with me for a while. For others of you, your high school memories may include being at football games on Friday nights with your friends and watching Ryan Cunningham break 3 tackles and stiff-arm a defender to score on a 77-yard touchdown. Or it might be David Weidlich watching him score layup after layup in transition in Gym Fam 5-6 on that iconic rubber gray floor. Maybe for others, you remember your time at the pep rallies or any other student government event organized by Katrina Schechter and Gabby Cho. You might recall watching Harrison Appel sit on stage a few years ago, giving a student government speech, or your time singing in a chorus concert. Maybe it is as simple as working through a tough class like Mr. Fazzino's calculus and studying with someone like Jason Gerber and Helen Dye. Perhaps it is spending time working on your art talent with Miss Thompson or the talented Will Zhang. Your memories may be social too. You might remember being in the South cafeteria with your friends every day during lunch, or just hanging out. Let's be honest, some people have some real memorable personalities, like Emma Mills or Danny McCarthy. As Stephen King once said, memories are the basis for every journey. So, if the goal of high school is to find yourself and make memories, rather than just learning how to write an essay properly or graph a function, we should all treasure our own precious memories. So, when you go away to college or start your career, regardless of if you are staying in-state, going to New York, California, Texas, Florida, or even another continent, you should all keep your memories with you and prepare for a slow trip. We all know from experience that there will be waits at the airport and traffic wherever you go. Your journey should not be measured in miles, but in the memories you make along the way. The ones that you have made thus far are just the beginning. Thank you all for making the past 4 years at Watchung Hills full of marvelous memories, and congratulations again. Now I would like to welcome our class president, Katrina Schechter, or as many of you know her, Cat Dog.
Hello, my fellow Americans. Just kidding. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Watchung Hills Regional High School class of 2015. I know they tried to get Michelle Obama to speak today, but she was at a bicep competition, so I guess my guns and I were second best. The truth is, I only ran for president because I wanted to give a speech, but I knew my GPA wouldn't be strong enough for me to actually earn the opportunity, so now I'm here. But anyways, I'm extremely honored to be addressing you all today. I'll try to keep this short because I know we're all quite eager to move these strange cat toys from one side to the other, but that's besides the fact. I cannot believe that this moment is finally here. I can vividly recall some of you guys eating glue and crayons in kindergarten, so I didn't think you'd make it here, so that's why I'm surprised. Yeah. But now we've all graduated to watching Netflix, so I guess that's good. It has been a long 12 years, and for those of us that took calculus, it's been more like 20 years, but there are many members of the faculty and administration who have stood by our sides and believed in our potential. And if I neglected to thank them on behalf of this graduating class, I know that some of them would be 50 shades of mad at me, so we're not gonna do that. So thank you guys all. None of us will forget our amazing advisors, Ms. Walsh and Ms. Politzis, and the fabulous proms our class hosted under their leadership. Mr. Alexis. Thank you so much for running the show. Our parents, they certainly deserve our gratitude as well, since they have been with us literally every step of the way. But let's get to the real reason why we all gathered here today, which is to celebrate our graduation. Yay! We have achieved this accomplishment due to the hard work of our entire class. I understand that most of us, when looking through the yearbook, thought, I have never seen half these people in my life. But we don't all have to be best friends to know that we share a bond as members of the class of 2015. We also share the bond of having had braces and bad haircuts simultaneously, but we'll try and forget about that, shall we? It is uncomfortable to graduate high school. I'm not referring to these awkward bathrobes, but rather leaving the school to traverse into the unknown. For some of us, the next few years will be a transition into becoming a doctor, a salesperson, a McDonald's executive. But regardless of where we will end up, we are all connected. We've all taken personal finance for starters, so I guess we're connected by that. We've all been willing to raise a coup when the librarians forced us to put away our empty water bottles. Most importantly, we've all been here together for the past 4 years. Today, it doesn't matter if you're from the jungle or the other side of the highway, whatever that means. All that matters is that we're here today, probably for the last time together, in order to celebrate this incredible accomplishment. We will forever carry with us the pride of being members of the Watchung Hills class of 2015. Congratulations to you all, and thank you. Now I would like to introduce the salutatorian address, Joseph Daw.
Good morning, members of the Board of Education, Ms. Jewett, Mr. Alexis, staff, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, fellow classmates of Watchung Hills Regional High School, class of 2015. Welcome to this year's graduation ceremony. Before I continue, remember that I am a test taker and not a speech giver, so please lower your expectations a bit. Today, as we graduate high school, I feel it's a really scary feeling. Why? The future is undetermined, and it's our responsibility, now more than ever, to decide it. We can choose to step in, leap in, or retreat. The easiest option, as always, would be choosing to withdraw. But we also have the uncomfortable option to break out of these shells. The second decision allows for the most growth, but too often we are more comfortable with refusing to initiate. It's only natural because taking risks implies uncertainty. We don't know if we will succeed or fail. For example, why try to raise your hand and offer the first answer in class? Why propose initial ideas in a group project? Why voice an unpopular opinion? Or even more generally speaking, why try to reinvent yourself? We are simply surrounded by these types of questions, but it is up to us to choose between an active and a passive response. If I learned anything from watching the high school community around me, it's that changing your future is always the better option. Don't be deterred by challenges, because even if we don't succeed, we can scrutinize our failures, learn from them, and prepare for future successes. But this whole process starts with making ourselves vulnerable and putting ourselves out there so that we may succeed. And now that we'll be moving on to college, jobs, the military, and other greater destinations beyond high school, it is more important now than ever to be proactive. And thus, I'd like to present to you all a challenge. And this challenge is not only limited to the graduating class of 2015. Close your eyes for a second and think of something you are afraid of, something that is preventing you from improving yourself, or something that in conquering it will lead to self-improvement. Challenge yourself to do that thing, no matter how big or how small it is. If it is a big challenge, break it down into smaller pieces. Your future self will thank you for it. Whether it be asking your teacher for help, trying a new outfit, going to the gym for the first time, standing by your own ideas in a team setting, or even talking to that cute guy or cute girl down at Starbucks. Force yourself to slay your demons. And with that, I'd like to conclude by thanking all of you for the distinguished honor of speaking on your behalf. But most importantly, by saying that I could not have asked to spend high school with more dedicated administration, more passionate faculty, or more supportive classmates. Together, we
we've created a strong network of warriors with a diverse range of accomplishments, and I'm fully confident that each and every one of us will go out, be bold, and continue to change ourselves and the rest of the world for the better. We have finished high school, which is no easy feat, but above all, we made it through together. Congratulations, Watchung Hills Regional High School, class of 2015. Thank you. Thank you all for a truly memorable 4 years, and here's to the next step. Now, I'd like to introduce Christina Liao, our class valedictorian.
Good morning, class of 2015. It is an honor to speak to all of you. Today is a great day. It represents the end of our high school careers, the culmination of what we have accomplished within these past 4 years. We all have come a long way to get to this point, and we owe a lot to the family, friends, classmates, faculty, and staff who have supported us during our 4 years. Now is the time where many of our paths will diverge, when we say goodbye to Watchung Hills and enter a larger world. But before we do, I would like to spend some time reflecting on our journey as a class. Remember when we were scared ninth graders? How we were intimidated by the older kids? Back then, it seemed impossible that we would ever take their place. When I was a freshman, I looked at my older sister and a group of highly accomplished friends and thought that they were so mature and intelligent. They made the work in high school seem so effortless. But as I have grown, I learned that no one's path is truly smooth. My sister used to bring up the following analogy, which I would like to share with you. She reminded me that the illusion of other people leading lives free of difficulties can be compared with how ducks swim across a pond. On the surface, the duck is very graceful as it glides smoothly in the water. But underneath the surface, the duck's feet are paddling vigorously. So, just as the duck's grace on the surface disguises the tremendous effort happening underneath, many students who appear to have a smooth path are also dealing with hidden adversities. Look around you, and you will see happy seniors waiting to graduate. But although we are the leaders now, many of us struggled before today. If high school has taught us anything, it taught us how to persevere. We have endured many events, such as Hurricane Sandy and unusually timed snowstorms. At times, the mere thought of having to get up at 6 a.m. for yet another day of school saddened us, for we were so tired. Preparing for those high-stake SATs or ACTs is a memory that most of us would rather forget. But despite those tough times, we learned from our failures and overcame them in order to become the experienced leaders we are today. We know that there are inevitably going to be difficulties lying on the path ahead of us, but we can overcome them by persevering, the same way we have been doing most of our lives. It is important to keep this fact in mind as we tackle our future endeavors, since as long as there is even a slight chance of success, trying is always better than giving up. So the next time there is that crucial moment, whether we have that serve on game point or have that important final coming up, go for it. There's no reason that any challenge should dampen our resolve when we have overcome so much already. Keep these words in mind, but set them aside for a bit as we celebrate our past achievements today. I think if we believe in our own strengths, nothing can stand in our way. The future will be a time of great change and new challenges, but with what we have learned at this competitive high school, we are ready to face any and all obstacles. Congratulations, class of 2015. and enjoy your family, your friends, and your classmates. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our principal, Mr. George P. Alexis.
Good morning, Superintendent Jewett, members of the Board of Education, faculty and staff, distinguished guests, family and friends, and of course, the class of 2015. Late on the first Friday evening in June, as I walked to my car after the spring chorus concert, I checked my phone for messages and discovered an email from Jacinta Pericola. She was looking for pictures of her father, who had attended Watchung Hills in the early 1960s and figured she had nothing to lose in sending an inquiry to the principal. It was an unusual request, but I suspected we could help, and early the following week, Mrs. Swartz went through the old yearbooks in the library and found a photograph of homeroom 59 in the 1963 edition. There, in the middle of the second row, fourth from the left, sits junior Frank Pericola, a dark-haired boy wearing a plaid Oxford shirt, a blazer, and a serious look. Along with homeroom pictures, there are senior portraits, group photos of school teams and clubs, senior superlatives, and pictures of faculty, staff, and administration. Though the styles of the time were different and the building significantly smaller back then, the 6th and 58th editions of the Lenape are largely similar. Each is a chronicle of life during an academic year at the high school. Each is filled with hope and promise and dreams. And as I looked at the black and white images of the 1963 Lenape on that June afternoon, 52 years after Frank Pericola sat for his homeroom picture, I was reminded that we are part of a long tradition of excellence and really of something much larger than ourselves. Time does move swiftly. Like a river, it can rush furiously or run calmly, but it always moves steadily downstream toward a larger body of water. Beauty lies in this natural process, and our lives tend to mirror the rhythm of a river's flow and the cyclical nature of the world. We create rituals and celebrate milestones as a way to mark time and hold fast to important moments. Graduation is, of course, one of those rituals, and though future ceremonies will occur on campus on bright June mornings, this is your time. You cannot go back to high school, just as you cannot step in the same river twice. We know the past is unrepeatable, but it is instructive, and if we pay close attention to our experience, we learn about ourselves and our place in the world. We come to realize that the past has the power to set our future course. Certainly you have memories from your high school years that will stay with you long into adulthood. There have been moments that have made a difference in your life, moments that have defined your character and shaped your perspective. This morning, your past and future come together. We celebrate your individual achievements and honor the collective success of your class. We hope you will see how the lessons of the last 4 years will help you negotiate the current around the bend. And just as your teachers have helped you see a wider world, ask yourself in the days ahead how you can contribute to a community that extends well beyond you and your circle of friends. Don't be afraid to take risks or to embrace the lessons that failure brings. Dream big and aim to do good. Examine the world with a critical eye and ask the right questions. Be brave and creative, empathetic and kind, authentic and resilient. As you become our newest alumni, the world and your place in it changes inevitably. The river continues to flow, but one constant remains. This is your school, and you have a home at Watchung Hills. Thank you, class of 2015, for setting new standards of excellence and for strengthening our school's legacy in the 21st century. Congratulations. We are very proud of you, and you have our best wishes. And now I welcome our superintendent, Elizabeth Jewett, to the podium.
Good morning. I stand here before you to welcome Board of Education, parents, faculty and staff, honored guests, family and friends, and of course, the Watchung Hills Regional High School class of 2015 to the 58th graduation ceremony of Watchung Hills. When I read the list of accomplishments of the class of 2015, including the names of the prestigious colleges and universities where our graduates will be attending, I am inspired by the shining example and beacon of hope you've become for all of our students in the grades below you. Today, while it is a day that specifically belongs to our soon-to-be graduates, today also belongs to our parents, teachers, and community at large for supporting, challenging, and encouraging our students to walk through the doors of opportunity that have been open to them and make us all hopeful that we will all have a better tomorrow than we do today. President Ronald Reagan once described our country as a shining city upon a hill. That is how I describe our school, a wonderful city on a hill, Watchung Hills. To the class of 2015, for this special moment in time, you have made our small community in New Jersey a tall, proud, shining city on a hill for other communities in our nation to emulate. And so it is with great pride that I ask the WHRHS class of 2015 to stand as I confer your diplomas. Board of Education members, Mr. Vice President, I certify that the members of the Watchung Hills Regional High School class of 2015 assembled here have met and exceeded all local and state requirements for a high school diploma in the state of New Jersey. And now, with the authority given to me by the New Jersey Department of Education and affirmed by the Watchung Hills Regional High School Board of Education, I declare the Watchung Hills Regional High School class of 2015 eligible to receive their high school diplomas. Congratulations, the best is yet to come. You may be seated. I would now like to call our Board Vice President, Dr. Shabilsky, to the podium.
Good morning, graduates, family and friends, fellow students, faculty, and administrators. I would like to welcome you all on behalf of the Board of Education to the graduating ceremony of the class of 2015 of Watchung Hills Regional High School. It is with great privilege and honor that I speak before you today, and I know all of you are very excited about this milestone that you've achieved and what you're looking forward to in the coming years. But as you look forward, I ask you to think about the past. Think about the foundations that you've achieved in your primary and secondary education, and use those founding principles to guide you in the future. We all started school with the ABCs, and those founding principles can be used to help you grow as you look forward. None of us can imagine what you were thinking there as you look back on the 4 years that you've been at Watchung Hills Regional High School. A song from the popular lyrics Truckin' by the Grateful Dead, published 45 years ago, comes to mind, in which the phrase, "What a long, strange trip it's been," may be something that you're thinking. 4 years ago, when you came to this strange and ominous-looking school, you were probably not certain what the future would hold for you. Now, having accomplished this milestone and matured into young adults, we're very proud as we help you celebrate your graduation. Among the ABCs that you should look forward to include A for advocacy. Oftentimes, we need to concentrate on our principles and make sure we advocate for what we believe in. We've seen an example of that at a recent Board of Education meeting, where current and former graduates came to advocate for the engineering research and design program that they felt so close to their hearts. The Board of Education was very impressed with the advocacy that they showed when they gave their impassioned plea regarding change. When we think about B, think about bravery. We often get paralyzed by fear and fail to accomplish what we would like to accomplish. At several Board of Education meetings, we had current and former students and graduates petition the board to make consideration of changes to the proposed alteration in several fine arts as well as performing arts programs for which they passionately advocated for. None of them really wanted to sit through a 3.5-hour Board of Education meeting, but they were patient and they were polite and they advocated for the positions that they believed in. They were not willing to take no for an answer. And then finally, when you think about C, think about compassion. It is important to look forward with compassion to your fellow men and women. As young adults, you are in a privileged society where we can freely choose to pursue what we would like to pursue. Take advantage of this, but remember that there are people within our own community that suffer from emotional and financial despair. Keep those people in mind and lend a helping hand, even if they are afraid to ask for it. So at this point, I want to congratulate all of you for this successful accomplishment. I hope you have an enjoyable celebration on this wonderful day. On behalf of the Board of Education, we accept the graduating class of 2015 at Watchung Hills Regional High School, and I ask you to pursue your future dreams with advocacy, bravery, and compassion. Thank you.
Okay, seniors, let's graduate.
Here we go, boss.
Joseph Michael Pecoraro.
Katrina Yernsko-Schechter.
Joseph Da.
Christina Liao.
Isaiah Stephen Ackerman.
Spencer Uriatrans.
Catherine Alapat.
Christina Alfano.
Marco Vincent Alfano.
Isaiah Nathaniel Allen.
Jacob Campbell Allen.
Allison Ann Alaco.
Miguel Almeida.
Jacqueline Altamirano.
Gianna V. Altomero.
Karen Nicole Alvarez.
Simon Anderson.
Kate Andes.
Leah Andriola.
Victor Arena.
Mark Armianos.
Sagar Aurora.
Abraham Atia.
Jack James Eyre.
Serene Azar.
Melanie Azevedo.
Brooke Bahujian.
Camille Barr.
Silas Baker.
Rosie Baclayan.
Say your last name. Anthony Brawarshi.
Maxwell Baxter.
Brian Robert Beckert.
Timothy M. Benkert.
Nicholas Lee Berger.
Taylor N. Berry.
Luke Benitez.
Shayna Lauren Bozozo.
Tuhina Bott.
Alexandra Sage Beagleson.
Emily Bentley.
Arthur John Bishi.
Heather Ann Black.
Noah Milton Blackstone.
Marlene Evelyn Blysa.
Natalie Isabel Bodner.
Evan Bogda.
Melissa Bonacorso.
Daniel James Bongiorno.
Remy Rose Berinsky.
Jessica Bazangian.
Mighty Bazdanjian.
Kayla Bowd.
Joseph Stephen Buffard.
Michaela Sinclair Brandon.
Simeon John Brzezowski.
Tucker C. Brennan.
Catherine Jean Brisky.
Nicholas Dominic Brisky.
Abel Brites.
Thomas James Broche.
Tanner Brooks.
Scott Austin Brown.
Taylor Sierra Brown.
Andrew Boo.
Wojtek Buda.
Julia Burke.
Matthew Evan Berman.
Frank Butrico.
Matthew Ryan Camano.
Kevin Cagnetta.
Dylan Correa Cabral.
Ali Campos.
Stephanie Kane.
Daniel Robert Carapezzi.
Alex Kennedy.
Brian Cunha Canero.
Michael Austin Carlucci.
Avery Dale Carico.
Mariana Fortunata Caran.
Amanda Nicole Carroll.
Rachel Brooke Carrieri.
Leanna Caswell.
Nicholas Charles Catalano.
Danny Rodriguez Sequeira.
Kyle Ceballos.
Navia Chaco.
Colin Chang.
Kimberly J. Chow.
JC Shavaz.
Susan Chen.
Itgut Singh Shotwal.
Karen Elizabeth Chi.
Amanda Rose Chichester.
Stephen Cho.
Gabrielle B. Choi.
Jason Sahinowitz.
Justin Sianowitz.
Maria Elizabeth Clark.
Laura Clark.
Rachel Alice Coleman.
Daniel Lewis Connolly.
Shannon Connors.
Dave Cook.
Jackson Fergus Cooperman.
Danielle Marie Coven.
Benjamin Crystal.
Christopher Cunha.
Ryan Cunningham.
Anthony A. Quanzo.
Susan Curtis.
Rui Letra da Costa.
Helen Da.
Dominique D'Angelo.
Nicholas De Silva.
Kayla Danielle Davis.
Jessica DeLuca.
Laura DeAngelis.
Luciana Noel Del Moro.
Ismael Delgado.
Gabriella Nicole DeMarco.
Frank Denti.
Alexa John Deo.
Julia Davino.
Ben DeVico.
Kira DeFrancesca.
Nathan DeBarry.
Stephen Ding.
James Paul DiGiorgio.
Nicholas Christopher DiPaolo.
Victoria Samantha D'Annunzio.
Charles Stephen DiSturco.
Nick DeRosa.
Greta Lynn Donato.
Tara Dombrowski.
Katrina Dumapit.
Laraj Drayton.
Timothy M. Durning.
Alexander James Duncan.
Danielle Erickson.
Emily Eng.
Derek Fader.
Haley Patrice Facha.
Alexa Farah.
Taylor Matthew Familo.
Hannah Stromswald Feldman.
Karina Elizabeth Farah.
Nancy Fernandez.
Skylar Fagan.
Kelsey Ferrugia.
Jacob Richmond Feldman.
Thomas Fiorella.
Stephanie Fernandez.
Brooke Rachel Flyshacker.
Erin Ann Filaramo.
Olivia Ann Fogel.
Timothy M. Fitzgerald.
Sydney Foster.
Elizabeth Fogarty.
Megan Fuentes.
Kaleem Fiona Fong.
Mitchell Shuhung Fung.
Cecilia Fulawan.
Jamie Marie Gagliano.
Alec Edward Friedman.
Daniel Gallagher.
Angelo Nicholas Fusco.
Ariel Paulina Gallucci.
Nicolette Gagliotti.
Kaylee-
Sebastian Gallick.
Kaylee Jordan Gannon.
Dante Gambino.
Samantha Garcia.
Anthony Marino Garcia.
Timothy Gavornik.
Brenda Garcia Ibarra.
Anastasia Georgiou.
Simran Mary George.
Jason Giro.
Jason Noah Gerber.
Jennifer Gilmore.
Liam B. Gilligan.
Megan Christine Geary.
Joseph Paul Giacomo.
Victoria Giordano.
Jordan Daniel Gittleman.
Emily Glickman.
Nicholas Giordano.
Julia Valentina Golkin.
Karen Glorious Patrick.
Carly Good.
Benjamin Paul Gomes.
Rucha Gopal.
Patrick Good.
Andrew James Grabowski.
Andre Go.
Gelsamina Greco.
Andrew Connor Greenberg.
Zachary Grosh.
Juliet Gruthius.
Abigail Claire Grunfest.
Ashe Grover.
Stephen Eric Garin.
Matthew Garino.
Kevin Guo.
Alexander Guerrero.
Ariel Girin.
Jaden Roger Gupta.
Jacqueline Hall.
Talat Hawkeye.
Amanda Lauren Halper.
Jenna Lorraine Hall.
Brandon Newman Howe.
Erin Hamilton.
Millicent Hart.
Erin Lee Harris.
Tony Hayek.
Erica Lynn Hauscher.
Christy Caridad Hernandez.
Zachary Aaron Heifetz.
Claudia Hersicorn.
Caroline Grace Herron.
Kelly Hogarty.
Kirsten Hogan.
Amy Hu.
Sirby Hoover.
Habiba Rami Ibrahim.
Matthew Hunt.
Jeffrey J. Isaacs.
Christopher Stephen Irving.
Grant Jacobson.
Allison Michelle Ivan.
Andrew Gia.
Justin Cole Jagiello.
Garrett Samuel Jucknow.
Samantha Johnson.
Shakai Johnson.
Curran Johnson.
Isaiah Michael Jordan.
Robbie Kafka.
Andy Canaris.
Christopher Kalb.
Jake Brian Carlsberg.
Philip Gregory Karfenjensky.
Eshawn Call.
Dylan James Kemper.
Jacqueline Marie Kiosco.
Ariane Kazai.
Becky I. Kasidman.
Stuart Key.
Matthew Keel.
Cassidy Ann Colleen.
Maggie Klaus.
Brett Jonathan Klausner.
Serena Kong.
Emily Kwai.
Sadie Contouris.
Andrew Kolodin.
Daniel Calvin Keebler.
Olivia Emily Kostecki.
Brooke Kupferman.
Jacob Krowicki.
Yvonne Kwok.
Amanda Rose Cooperman.
Derek Anthony Lamble.
Sarah Rachel Quite.
Emily Jane Lefkowitz.
Charlotte Helene Kwan.
Alejandro Leston.
Amanda Kathleen Larson.
Joy Shinyi Lee.
Joshua M. Lesky.
Devin Lynn.
Kevin Lee.
Sharon Liu.
Jesse Liao.
Brianna Londano.
Lucy Liu.
Haley Lugg.
Greg Lockwood.
Garrett T. Lukasig.
Ian Michael Lontai.
Dara Mackin.
Stephen Paul Lorenzo.
Edward Melanda.
Wesley Lucas.
Megan Maloney.
Jacob Lyons.
Jennifer Lauren Marinello.
Christine McNall.
Justine Markman.
Jason C. Malat.
Ashley Nicole Marshall.
Isha Mamtani.
Anthony John Marzano.
Scott Michael Marion.
Catherine Matheson.
Amanda Marks.
Taylor Jean McGauley.
Jocelyn Martinez.
Jill Skyer McInerney.
Kyle Moss.
Sarah McKinney.
Daniel John McCarthy.
Kyle Alexander George McNaughton.
Jamie McGovern.
Emily June Meltzer.
Joseph McIntyre.
Jacqueline Mentone.
Rachel Mary McLaughlin Henkel.
Annie Maringolo.
Rajvi Mehta.
Aria Mashkati.
Andrew Memoli.
Ashley Rose Metzler.
And Samantha Menza.
Daniel Vincent Mink.
Julie Brooke Merkin.
Stephen Mianowski.
Nadia Mishkati.
Sophie Moon.
Max Myers.
Jennifer L. Morris.
Emma Mills.
Catherine Jean Mott.
Julianne Elise Molinari.
Lauren Munzer.
Daniel Robert Morris.
Michael Thomas Murphy.
Carly Moss.
Kevin Nakamuli.
George Muho.
Damian Napadano.
Kelly Murphy.
Christopher A. Negri.
Alessandro Murray.
Justin Nevy.
Harrison Nepel.
An Nago.
Dana Eden Nara.
Amanda Nedzwicki.
Andrew Scott Nielsen.
Linus Nilsson.
Amir Lafayette Newsom.
Amy Norris.
Anthony Richard Nicastro.
Kyle Justin Oxenhorn.
Noel Taylor Nidzwicki.
Alec Orazetti.
Rebecca Novick.
Katie O'Shea.
Jacob Scott Nissy.
Benjamin James Overzot.
April Michelle O'Neill.
Adam Michael Panella.
Crystalline O'Shea.
Rebecca Lee Pash.
Virginia Osnato.
Emma Lynn Pearson.
Nicole Pacheco.
Matthew Elliott Peer.
Christine Marie Pinella.
Isabella Jenny Perone.
Chloe Paige Paulson.
James W. Perry.
Raquel Pedroso.
Rachel Julia Pester.
Leonard S. Perkins.
Andrew Joseph Petrilli.
Dana Elizabeth Perry.
Emily Ann Pukarski.
Adam Pervez.
Brian Silva Pinto.
Sarah Maureen Petrus.
Nicholas Joseph Pontoro.
Lauren Picone.
Diana Priavolos.
Brittany Janice Pinho.
Claudia Shabilsky.
Rebecca Polner.
Patrick S. Chai.
Gina Priori.
Christopher Daniel Ramirez.
Austin Perfinius.
Sarah Ravana.
Gregory Puccio.
Michelle Elizabeth Rena.
Natalia Quintero.
Anthony Randinelli.
Taylor Raphael.
Gavi Reyes Mendez.
Juliet Regenbaugh.
Nicholas Richter.
Catherine Ruth Remington.
Daniel William Ringel.
Ariana Teresa Reuter.
Alyssa Nicole Rizzo.
Brittany Marie Ricca.
Sam Benjamin Robinson.
Evan Lewis Rydell.
Jade Lauren Rodriguez.
Andre Rizescu.
Kevin Rojas.
Benjamin Rizzoli.
Cara Rosamila.
Anthony Lorenzo Rochetti.
Maxine Rosen.
Joshua Rodriguez.
Jordan Rothenberg.
Isabel Tiffany Roca.
Brian Theodore Runlet.
Lindsay Grace Rose.
Gabriella Rachel Salazar.
Samad N. Ross.
Lynette Santha Kumar.
Paul Rusty.
Jackie Santos.
Caitlin Daly Ryan.
Ariana Sarno.
Brittany Halen Sagado.
Sky Sass.
Carlos Santos.
Anoushka Saxena.
Kristen Saporito.
Gregory Seamus Scanlon.
Valeria Sorrow Cortez.
Stephanie Beth Scheiderman.
Patrice Mary Savino.
Alex Schiebler.
Justin Scalera.
Sarah Schmidt.
Danielle Lee Shapira.
David George Schulman.
Rachel Scherzer.
Grace Schwartzstein.
Luke Anthony Scheinbeckler.
Corinne Semper.
Jake Schoenbach.
Ryan Shen.
Alana Schwartz.
Leah T. Secenzio.
Bim Brooke Semling.
Victoria Sipe.
Sam Shapiro.
Haley Skuraton.
Angeline Shea.
Naomi Jean Smith.
Carlos Manuel Silva.
Samantha Jane Snyder.
Elizabeth Scrobaz.
Justin Sorensen.
Emily Smith.
Devin Terrell Spruell.
Sarah Paige Smith.
Aaron James Standish.
Hannah Song.
Connor James Starr.
Abhai Saravas.
Nicole Stoichescu.
Linston Spence III.
Kate Stomber.
Allie Stanton.
Emily Strickberger.
Leah Janelle Stevenson.
Megan Swanton.
Alexander Richard James Stokes.
Riley Nicole Taylor.
Abby Strauss.
John Teakin.
Holly Elizabeth Sullivan.
Michael Aiden Turpak.
Valerie Tan.
Liddy E. Tino.
Caitlin Michelle Tedesco.
Megan Kaylee Tobin.
Alex Templeman.
Lauren Vanessa Tomasetti.
Ashley Thatch.
Erin Topol.
Normandy Tino.
John Michael Triano.
Ashley Topol.
Andrew Tu.
Robert Philip Teresi.
Stephen John Tylis.
Rachel Marie Tobin.
Brianna Marie Valenti.
James L. Tupper.
Alexandra Valentini.
Wilson U. Ergeles.
Cameron Lee Van Decker.
Luke Valenti.
Samantha Vanderhoof.
Carl Joseph Valentino.
Colin Robert Virgilio.
Isabel Vandercroft.
Salvatore Viola.
Molly Brittany Weinstein.
David Nathaniel Wojciech.
Janelle Villarreal.
Melody Wang Wu.
Taylor Nicole Vitolo.
David Paul Weidlich.
William Vorius Jr.
Alana Wiseman.
Andrew Wang.
Jacob Walensky.
Ross Attila Warlick.
David Neil Willett.
Michael Ross Weinfeld.
Emily Sarah Wong.
Sean Wang.
Justin Y. Shaw.
Gordon Whitley. Matthew
Miriam Yakubovich.
Matthew Wilk.
Elena Christine Uri.
Laura Ann Williams.
Christian Eric Zagabelo.
Alvin Wong.
Allison Michelle Zavaleta.
Perry Wu.
William Jung.
Natasha Yankankis.
Aiden Zucker.
Jessica Tina Young. Summer Nicole Zampetti. Emma Zhang. Blake Marcus Zipman.
Class of 2015, please rise. Congratulations, Watchung Hills Regional High School Class of 2015. Please move your tassels from right to left. Let the recessional begin.